Welcome back, Fantasy!
Mama?
No, Daddy.com. I'm James Bowe alongside Bowe Fertig. Twitter rant at King James who?
At BOWEFERT as in Tiger IG.
And we are talking position battles, next day performers. Who's really taking over? Is it going to be Matt Castle? Is it going to be Christian Ponder? I mean, who really knows? Is it going to be Mark Sanchez? Is it going to be Geno Smith? I mean, you saw Mark Sanchez throw. I mean, I just laugh over there about those New York Jets. Let's get right into it. What were some of the top performers that you saw, Bo, in the yesterday's games?
Yeah, LeGarrette Blount, 11 carries, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had a Madden cutback touchdown move from one side of the field to the other. It was actually pretty silly. Stephen Ridley, 80 yards, a touchdown. First play from scrimmage, 60-yard rush. Both running backs had over 50 rushes, or both running backs, had over a 50-yard rush. That says a lot about that young backfield right there. Alex Smith, 7 for 8. DeAndre Hopkins, big catch in the end zone, 4 for a touchdown. Victor Cruz, Luke McCown, some good top performers.
I would have to agree with you. You got to think New England last year led the NFL in rushing. They're going to continue to pound that rock. They really lost a lot of guys on the outside and the inside. Homeboy Hernandez, how you doing from Donovan State Prison?
I'll stay away from that.
You worried me there. Hey, so we're getting on to position battles. We talked a little bit. Mark Sanchez, Geno Smith,
right.
New York Jets. Who do you got?
Mark Sanchez. What's the first thing you don't do if you're Mark Sanchez?
Throw a pick?
Mark Sanchez, don't throw a pick on the first play. Throws a pick to the defensive tackle of all people. Runs it back for a pick 6. Almost as funny as that one where he runs into his own player, fumbles, defense picks. Yeah, you already know that story.
Jets, the butt of every joke.
Geno Smith, sniper! That's exactly what the guy was thinking. When he tried to cut up field, looked good, stepped up in the pocket nicely, eluded some pressure, but fell on his own. And exactly what he was thinking, sniper must have got me. I think it did. You know, both quarterbacks didn't really prove their case in their week 1 performance. Yes, Sanchez came back nicely. He had a nice seam touchdown pass to Cumberland, but that's not going to do it. Cannot throw picks on the first play of the game. That will lose you ball games, no doubt about it. Rex Ryan wasn't pleased with that.
Speaking of picks, over there in Minnesota, we saw Christian Ponder complete his first pass. Second pass, pick.
And they take him out after he throws an interception. What kind of confidence are you showing in your quarterback, and let alone the mentality throughout that whole week? What was the last play of the game for you? An interception. How is that going to play on this young quarterback's mind? Going to be hard to come back, especially Matt Castle, 12 of 19, over 200 yards passing, and a touchdown. I think Christian Ponder still starts the season, but it didn't help his cause, especially because Matt Castle had a good preseason game in the week 1.
I'd say by week 6, Matt Castle's taking over.
Ooh.
Battle at running backs. We went on to quarterbacks, now we're at running backs. Rookies, Eddie Lacy and Jonathan Franklin. And you don't forget about James Starks.
Do not forget about
back
James
last
Starks.
season. What are you thinking there, Bo?
You are exactly right. He was their featured back when healthy last year. Eddie Lacy sat out with an injury. His hammy not working well for him right now. Jonathan Franklin, 6 carries, averaged only a couple yards per carry, but had a couple catches out of the backfield. Starks didn't really do well as well, only averaged 3 yards per carry on 12 touches. We still like Franklin, we still like Lacy, but right now, because Starks knows the offense a little better, Starks is getting the nod.
That is one position battle we need to pay attention to, because
Right.
you know Green Bay is going to move that ball upfield with Aaron Rodgers. What about, let's not even get into Miami, because Lamar Miller and Daniel Thomas.
6 touches out of the team 36 rushing attempts. Not allowed to talk about it in Miami.
Yeah, I mean, no one on Miami,
Yeah,
really.
no.
Things that stood out other than that. What did you see, Bo?
Chiefs last year, you remember that stretch they were going through where they didn't lead through like the first 7 or 8 weeks? First preseason game, first drive of the game, Andy Reid drives his team down. Jamal Charles pounds it in for a touchdown. I like what I saw that first drive from the Chiefs. New England, backfield, accounting for 4 total touchdowns. All their 4 touchdowns. LeGarrette Blount had 2. Ridley with 1, and Vereen had a nice catch in the corner of the end zone. Looked good out of the backfield. Efficiency from the Eagles quarterbacks. Top 2 quarterbacks, 9 of 11, each had 1 incompletion. Vic, nice 47-yard touchdown pass to Deshaun Jackson. They're going to see a lot of that off of play action. A couple guys, Giovanni Bernard had 10 touches, as well as Denard Robinson. Both of those guys look good in their preseason week 1s. What do you think?
I would have to agree with you. I mean, over there in Jacksonville, no Justin Blackman. MJD is always a question mark, and we always rule out MJD for some reason every single year. Either way, I think Denard Robinson is going to get more looks this season. Actually, it's his rookie year, so he'll probably get less looks than what he did in college playing quarterback, but now he's playing that new offensive weapon position, so that's going to be very interesting over there. That's going to pretty much do it for our next day battles. Remember, always stay in battle and always keep your spear in the hand and your shield in this hand, because it's position battles. FantasyDaddy.com, James Bowe, Fertig. Thank you for viewing.